Welcome back to The Struggle with Candice Thompson. And yet again, we are Jackie Fabulous-less. So we know what her struggle is at this point. It's consistency and reliability.
Maintaining a calendar.
Yeah, maybe it's paying her cell phone bill. I don't know. So I don't know. But so we have a special guest on today who, if any of you were fans of a vlog that me and this man had, I think we posted last year on my birthday was the last time which is coming up on a year now.
I can't even remember the last one.
It was on my birthday when we did the drive-through.
Yes.
And we went to drive-throughs to see who would give me a treat for my birthday for free.
Yeah.
And they were all stingy AF until we got to KFC.
Of course, KFC always gives to the Black community.
A cookie. They gave me a cookie.
Yeah.
So if any of you guys watched that vlog and were a fan of that, then you'll know who this is already. For those of you who don't watch that vlog, shame on you. But also, I will now introduce. This is my good friend and hilarious comedian, Mal Hall.
Hey.
Not Mal Hall.
Not Mal.
Not Paul Wall.
No.
You guys remember? Remember Paul Wall.
Yeah, of course. How could we forget Paul Wall and his grills? And his grills is... I have to tell sound guys all the time at the improvs, like, it's Mal. Why would you ever say Mal?
Has two L's.
Two L's.
And you know what's funny is that your last name is an example. Like, it's right next to, you know how to say Hall.
Yeah.
So why would you say Mal with one L the same way as you would say Hall with two L's?
Our schooling system has failed us.
Well, LA Public is unified is a...
Wherever these sound guys are going to school to read is failing us.
I would rather homeschool my kids, and that's a terrible choice.
I was homeschooled.
Were you?
Yes.
Well, I'm talking about me teaching my kids.
How dare you disparage the homeschool system?
I'm disparaging myself as a teacher. I'm not disparaging anyone else's.
Gotcha.
I'm saying I know that my kids would be dumb AF if I had to teach them anything other than gym and lunch.
Sarcasm.
And haterade. So thanks for coming, Mal.
Thanks for having me.
And so what I think is going to happen is that because of Jackie's schedule, we are going to have Mal on as my co-host. And, you know, if we can work out a way that Jackie and Mal can both be my co-host, because Mal, you travel a lot. You open on the road for Angela Johnson a lot. So you travel a lot doing comedy. So I don't know what you guys' schedules are going to be upcoming, but hopefully we can flip-flop between the two of you and
absolutely.
take it from there.
I'll take Jackie's job.
This is more of a volunteer job. You know that, right? Okay.
I'm not getting paid?
All right, moving on. This is more volunteer work.
Okay.
So, really quickly, before we start talking about your struggles, I would like to talk about everyone's LA struggle right now, which is the weather.
Oh my gosh, dude. All of a sudden,
freezing.
it's like 80 degrees. And by the way, people that live in other places in the country don't want to hear this.
Of course not.
But it's like it'll be 75 degrees for like a week straight in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it'll dip to 50 and...
As the high.
Yeah. And we freak out.
I have a head cold as we speak. That was part of my struggle today when I woke up. Well, actually, yesterday I felt it coming. And then today it doesn't feel awful. But now if you're going to hear this a lot from me today, and I apologize, but it's because there's a lot of snot in my body right now.
50 degrees in LA might as well be negative 17 anywhere else.
I was standing outside I was at the Comedy Store last night, and in that hallway, you know, where they keep the doors open so that and inside the hallway, we had to form a huddle. There was me and 6 comics standing in a circle because of this brisk wind.
Right. It's not good.
No, it's
not
awful.
Good. And the other thing LA loves, I'm from San Diego, you guys, so I don't co-sign anything LA, just to be clear. People in LA love it when it dips below 60 because they get to wear their like frozen tundra outfits. Oh my God. I had this yak jacket. I've been dying to wear it.
Blow up the dust off of it first.
Let me head on down to the Whole Foods here and keep my earmuffs on. Like, it's not that bad. It's cold, but it's not. Come on.
First of all, wasn't that you that told me that there's no temperature in LA where you need a scarf?
Yeah.
That is false. because I had a scarf on in my apartment yesterday, inside, and we have the heat on.
That seems like a not LA issue. That seems like your apartment's insulation issue.
Well, that is definitely a problem. My apartment was built in 1875,
right?
And I don't think it has been updated since. So yeah, definitely has some insulation problems.
When you're in LA or anywhere, I think, and you live in an old apartment, the temperature on the inside is the exact opposite of whatever's happening outside.
Yeah, no, just like right now, we walked into the studio. I was like, I didn't have my jacket on outside.
Right.
I put it on when we got inside because it is somehow 10 degrees colder than what it was. At least the sun is shining outside.
Right.
In here, it's like, yeah.
Actually, I said that wrong. The temperature will be 10 degrees in whatever is the most unbearable direction. So if it's like 150 degrees outside, then the inside of your apartment will be the
200.
sun. And if it's 50 outside, then it'll be icicles on your nose.
Burn your foot stepping onto the tile in your kitchen. I don't know.
Old apartment.
LA apartments.
Yeah.
So ridiculous. So that was the main struggle today for me. Also, I've been sleeping poorly.
Yeah.
I've been sleeping poorly. Last night I had a specific reason for sleeping poorly. I had a set that I didn't like at the Comedy Store, and it bothered me. But in addition to that, like, I've got some upstairs neighbors that are extremely loud. And I think everybody who lives on the bottom basement has some bone to pick with their upstairs neighbor, because I don't think they know what they sound like.
Heavy feet.
It's not just that. Sometimes it sounds like a horse is up there. It sounds like they're bowling. I don't know what is happening.
Right.
But there's a kid up there now. So it used to just be this single dude.
Yeah.
Who is like older. He's probably like in his late 50s. And now apparently he's smashing somebody who has 2 kids. And I'm just like, I liked you so much better when you weren't getting any. I don't mean to hate on your,
His status on Facebook is apparently smashing.
It's smashing. And of course, like, he's going to find somebody with kids. He's going to find, at his age, he's going to have somebody with baggage. But why is the baggage like 5 and running all over the place?
Do you not like kids?
It's not that I don't like kids. I just don't like hearing them running marathons above me when I'm trying to get work done.
Look at this kid. Sees what's happening with the obesity situation. And he's like, if they don't let me run outside, I damn well am going to run inside.
Here's my problem. Look, if you have kids and you want them to be running and be active, get a house.
Yeah.
Get a yard. Stop living in apartments.
Right.
On the second and higher floors.
Right.
If you know you're pissing people off downstairs. It's just inconsiderate. Save up your cash. Stop having kids. Wait till you have some cash and then get some property.
Stop cooping up your kids.
Yes. Stop cooping up your kids. Hashtag cooping up your kids. So yeah, I hear that. And the baby be up. I come home sometimes at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm later a lot, and I've never seen her later, but I came home at 1 o'clock one time and that kid was up.
They're smashing.
Not the kid.
No, but the parents are, and they're letting the kid just, hey, do whatever the fuck you want. We're going to be in here doing what we want.
Well, I'm calling Child Protective Services.
Wait, am I allowed to cuss on here?
Of course.
Okay, I don't know.
Of course.
I don't know. Okay, cool.
This is not a clean. I don't believe in clean comedy.
That's true.
I'll do it if you pay me, but I don't believe in it. It's not my favorite.
Meanwhile, I'm using replacement words in my show. Flippity flubbity.
Fiddlesticks.
This mother flipper.
Do you remember I think it was from like, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, or I think it was I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, but they, when they play it on TV, they have to edit out. And one of them was like Mickey Ficky instead of motherfucker. They were like, it's Mickey Ficky.
It sounds worse.
So stupid. Okay, so we ready to talk about your struggles, Mal?
Yeah, so people just come on here and talk about what they can't handle in life?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the point of it.
It's like therapy.
Well, except I have no professional training in anything, so your problems actually might get worse after having this podcast.
Cool.
We're here to laugh at your problems. The motto of this podcast is that we all have issues. We might as well laugh at them. Okay. So, but we don't have to have a funny session. If you are talking about something you're really struggling with, I'm here to talk to you, and we can have people that are just here listening to this being like, oh, I can relate to that as well.
Well, I mean, Candice and I are really good friends, so...
Slow down.
You introduced me as your really good friend.
That was for show.
I was going off of that.
Oh.
Continuity, Candice.
No, I'm a pathological liar. It's one of my struggles.
Look, Candice and I just met, but we're good friends. So Candice knows a lot of my struggles. Like a big struggle that I deal with professionally is getting Black people to like me. Now, audience... just know that regardless of what my voice sounds like, I am half Black.
Two of us together make a full Black person. Just FYI.
But yeah, that's like the biggest like struggle.
But why is that professionally? You said professionally that's your struggle.
Because, I'm a comedian. I'll see the Black people from the stage not like enjoying my show while the rest of the audience is dying.
Well, also know that, of course, that is also my struggle. Yeah. But also know that that's also a lot of Black people in general, their struggle, because Black audiences are known for being the hardest people to impress.
Meanwhile, Black Panther is going crazy right now.
Yeah, because he ain't funny.
But Medea...
That's a whole nother issue we need to talk about just in front of other Black people.
Oh.
That's for us to discuss.
This is not for in front of the...
This is not for others.
This is not open conversation.
No, this is not an open forum. That's our Black meeting that we need to schedule probably in the next couple months.
That's my podcast, everybody. It's called The Black Meeting. And you can catch it on this network.
We're going to trick people into coming by saying we're going to screen Black Panther there and then be like, psych, we're actually here for a therapy session.
So that's the biggest struggle. That's one big struggle for sure. Well, and I try to listen to all the right music and use the right words, but they don't come out the right way. I'm just kidding.
Mal, you're not putting that much effort into that because I frequently see you going to country music concerts. If you were really ride or die, I need more Black people on my team, you'd be going to Kendrick concerts.
Yeah, but I would go to Kendrick concerts if the tickets Migos. Are free. I would go.
What?
I don't pay.
So that's I don't believe you. I mean, I believe that you would go, but I still think you would also go to these country concerts, even if you had to pay.
Oh, no.
I think you would.
Oh, no.
That's the only reason? So you'd go to any concert that's free? A heavy metal concert?
Yes, concerts are like my favorite.
You'd go to a heavy metal concert?
It depends on who the band was.
I can't name any. But you enjoy that?
I enjoy concerts. I think the energy at a live music show is like unrivaled, unmatched by any other event that you will go to. Comedy shows like a great comedy show. There's cool energy in there, but it's nothing like when you're
because people are listening. Yeah, when sitting there.
Yeah, but when you're with 15,000 people and that beat drops and it's 15,000 people's favorite song, that energy is like unmatched.
Well, because when you're in a comedy show, people are just sitting and listening, and it's frowned upon to show any type of excitement.
Right.
You're going to disturb the person who's on stage.
But that's why I go to concerts so often. It's like I just like being around that energy. It's cool to me.
All right. Well, I would like to somehow set up and test this to see if you'll actually go to any concert. I'm going to try and pick the worst musician.
Okay.
And see if you'll go.
And you'll buy the tickets.
Maybe I'll just have to sleep with someone to get.
I'll definitely go. I'll be there.
Bet.
I've been bet, girl. I've been to plenty of bad concerts before, but it's still just.
And you still enjoyed?
Yeah.
Because you had friends there.
Have a beer, get high, and just like zone out. It's
what
fun.
If you're by yourself?
I would do that too. I've gone to concerts by myself.
Loser. You admitted that.
I go to a lot of things by myself. Being alone is not a struggle that I have. That's a struggle for most people.
Yeah, I like
being by myself.
Me time is great time.
Yeah. So me time at a concert, time at a movie. I go to movies by myself, concerts by myself.
I've gone to movies by myself like twice. I saw Avatar by myself.
Yeah.
Why? What are you about to say?
How did that go?
Is that bad?
I didn't like that movie.
It was okay. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great.
I didn't think it was.
Oh, but okay. But you also didn't think.
What?
Black Panther.
Look, I saw Black Panther yesterday.
And what?
I was there amongst all the Black people and all the white people trying to look cool for their Black friends on Instagram. And I think
that's why you think they were there,
dude.
You think they were there not
white
for
people.
the actual...
White people are showing up strong, trying to take pictures with whatever black person is there.
I mean,
for the likes, they're doing it for the gram.
No, this is considered appropriation. Is also considered appropriation. Were any of them wearing dashikis?
No, because
Afro wigs,
because I feel like
or blackface.
A real black person would have stepped up.
Oh, they would have got fucked up.
Yeah. But I think the movie was just like, so the movie came out on Thursday, right? It came
last
out on
Thursday.
Thursday, and I saw it Monday night. And, you know, in those 4 days, I was reading a lot
about the reviews and
the reviews
articles.
just from you know, experts and just, you know, people on my social media feed. Everybody, oh my God, fire emoji. Oh my God, this is so good. Whatever this emoji is, the hands with the praise hands. And so I was like fired up. Like I was proud, like, oh sweet, some black cinemas out there that we can go check out and be proud of. It's not a Medea thing. And then I went, even my mom, by the way,
is
Japanese, but she 170,000% believes that she was black in another life. She like,
probably was.
I was a black princess in another life. Like she tells me that all the time.
I don't doubt she was.
And she went to Black Panther, probably wearing a dashiki. And she group texted me and my siblings, it's a beautiful movie. You guys better all go see it. It's the best movie I've seen.
And then what did you say?
And then I saw it and I was just like, I mean, this was okay.
How dare you? And you wonder why black people don't fuck with you like that. So when you say bullshit like this.
What? Just my opinion?
Your opinion is bullshit.
My opinion is bullshit.
It's your opinion, but it's wrong. All right?
I don't know. I think I was expecting one thing.
I think everyone that waited and read the reviews and read the articles had these unrealistic expectations of what it was going to be. I saw it the day of because I'm a real black person.
Okay. She made eye contact with the camera when she said that.
A real one. All of the real ones went the day of.
Okay.
And I had no expectation. I had a feeling just because I know people went to the premiere were tweeting about how good it was, but at the same time, I wasn't privy to the articles and all these other people talking about it yet. Yeah. So, but I thoroughly thought I was captivated throughout the whole entire thing. And I don't think I've ever sat and watched any movie where it kept my attention the whole entire time. And this film did.
That does not say a lot about movies.
About movies in general?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. Most of them suck. There's at some point within most movies where I'm like, I doze off or I'll start thinking about something I have to do, but not during this movie.
Oh. Well, I didn't, like I said, I didn't think the movie was bad. I just think I went in there.
You wouldn't be here today if you thought it was bad.
No, yeah. I just thought my mind was going to be blown. Like I was bracing myself for like, when is this moment going to be where I'm supposed to be floored? And I think going into it with that mindset was like the bad, like not the right headspace to be in. So when the movie was over, I was like, oh, okay.
Well, we're going to see it again today.
Yeah, well, I'll go again.
And you're not going to be high this time.
Yes, I will not be high. I was definitely high too. I was like, this movie's going to be great. Let me get high just so I can really feel this transformative moment that's about to happen.
And you did not.
No, I just saw Michael B. Jordan being Michael B. Jordan, but with bumps all over his body.
I was just about to say the only disappointment that I had with that movie was him.
He might have ruined it for me.
And nobody, and I haven't talked, like I saw with Ed Greer, who, by the way, he's going to hate me for saying this, who cried at the end.
Dang.
So did Joyelle.
What?
Yeah. We had completely different experiences.
Oh my gosh.
Completely different experiences.
I'm glad I didn't go with you guys.
Why?
Because I wouldn't be able to hold back my facial expressions.
Well, if you had seen it with us, you would have had a different experience. Because we saw it when it came out.
God, Ed, how good is your life? This brings you to tears. Oh my God.
He's got less struggles than you, apparently.
Apparently.
I know Ed and no, he doesn't, actually.
Maybe Ed's just an easy crier.
I don't know. He's not. I don't think I've ever seen Ed cry. I don't think I've ever seen anybody cry at the end of a movie before.
Really?
Well, not in a theater.
Okay.
Like maybe at home. Maybe a Lifetime movie or two. But, real movies.
Yeah.
And, I think it was just, for me, it was really overwhelming to see not just Black people, but like African culture
Right.
celebrated in that way. And also to see like that, what if, that to me was like a what if. Like, what if Africa wasn't ravaged and like, if their people weren't taken and brought over here? Like, is that what that's like? It'd be flourishing, I feel like. And that was kind of like obviously an exaggerated version of it. But like, it to me felt like, oh my God, it felt spiritual for me. It just felt like a really intense like joy to see Black people in powerful positions, beautiful Black people. And again, not just Black people from America, but African, like real Black, real Blackness.
I mean, a big positive from that movie is it does depict Black people in a very positive light. Like it's a good movie to take little kids to see that like Black people don't have to be the murderers and the thugs in every movie. Like they could be this. Like,
they can be superheroes.
Yeah.
Warriors.
Yeah.
And I also enjoyed how the flaws in all the characters. Yeah. Like Michael B. Jordan was a very complex type villain. Right. Now, again, his acting in the movie, it bothered me. Yeah. I got taken out of the moment a lot of the times because I'm just like, he's just talking right now. Like I don't feel any. I actually said, I wish they had flip-flopped his role and Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out.
Oh yeah,
because he played. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think he is such an intense actor. Like even just his looks, like I feel it. Right. Like I feel like he could have delivered on that villain role a little bit better than Michael B. Jordan. But Michael B. Jordan has worked with the director of Ryan Coogler on. This is now his third movie. They did Fruitvale and then also Creed and now this. So it's like, of course, he's going to put him in that. Yeah. Plus, I think Michael B. Jordan also is maybe a bigger draw, also because of that history of his. Yeah. And Daniel Kaluuya just got big.
Yeah, so I struggled with that movie.
Well, that's not going to help you get any Black fans now. So,
the struggle continues.
You're going to lose 4 followers when this airs.
They're going to follow me to unfollow me?
Yes.
Okay.
I would. I'm going to unfollow you.
No, you're not.
I already did.
Okay.
So wait, let's go back to your Black struggle. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know the Black Panther is part of your Black struggle, but also, so like, tell me about when you were growing up. So you have a Japanese mom and your Black dad.
And your Black dad.
And your Black dad.
Yeah, he's Black from Alabama, Black. Like, Black.
And do you feel like how old were you when he dipped out? 15?
Yeah, they got officially divorced when I was freshman going into sophomore year.
I mean, but that's commendable to stick around that long, huh? Yeah. I mean, that's longer than a lot, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of dads be dipping out. And I have a kid?
He could have left earlier.
Yeah, he could have. But and there's 4 of you, right? Mm-hmm. He did.
3 boys, 1 girl.
He wasn't the greatest dad, right?
No.
At all?
At all.
Do you wish he would have left earlier?
No, I just wish he wouldn't have been abusive. That would have been the best. Hey, how about no abuse and you could stick around? That would have been the best one.
But since you can't remove the abuse from the situation, would you have preferred that he left sooner?
Yeah, leave earlier, right before the abuse. That would have been a good time to leave.
How long was he abusive? Was he abusive like from jump?
No, it was, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years before they actually split.
That he was
abusive, yeah.
Did you ever blame yourself for that?
No.
Have you thought about maybe you should?
No, wait. Wow, that got him.
I told you might leave here more fucked up than you were.
Why would it be my fault, Candice? They had condoms back then. If he didn't want me around, wrap it up, Dad.
Dad?
Wrap it up, dog.
Was that you doing your African?
Dog.
Dad. No. You will not hit me.
I can't do African accent.
Oh.
Every time I think
You
about
don't
doing
even
it,
deserve to do it.
if I do an African accent, it's just me doing Jamie Foxx doing an African person.
That works as well.
It does smell like shit, doesn't it?
You sounded like a British African person for some reason.
Wow, I have range. I had no idea.
It wasn't good.
Okay. So we grew up. My father was like a super like hippie black guy. Like he loved weed. He was like into Rastafarian type culture and like really didn't trust and had a lot of dislike for like the white man. And that's what he would call him.
Yeah.
The white man.
Whitey.
Growing up. So he moved us from basically the inner city in San Diego to the country where I spent most of my life to get away from the dangers there, but also because he was like trying to get in tune with the earth. So we're going to farm all of our food out here and like live off the land, like speaking directly to God, like crazy weed hippie stuff.
Was he high like all the time?
He was high a lot. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, because that doesn't sound to me like your father, because I was thinking that the reason why you maybe don't necessarily gravitate towards blackness, is that the proper way to say that?
I mean, every time you say it, it sounds worse. Every time you say it, it's like I'm adding and like.
Every time I think about it, it is worse.
Wow. Cool.
But I was thinking maybe it's because of your dad's influence, because maybe he left when you were like in freshman year or whatever.
Right.
So I was thinking maybe that's it, because you were raised by a Japanese mom.
Right.
But you think.
But my Japanese mom.
Because your dad doesn't sound like, besides hating whitey, he wasn't doing stereotypical black behavior as far as farming.
Right.
And but he's from a city.
Right. But I was raised by a Japanese mom that had identity issues. Like, I think she thinks she's black.
I need to talk to you. Okay, can we have your mom on this podcast? Because I am curious, and I do believe in past lives. So she very well could have,
like, my mom,
been a black lady.
My mom would make us go get a switch, and she would say it like that. Like, why are you saying it? Like, hey, go get a switch right now.
And where was your mom born?
Hawaii, Honolulu.
And how long has she been in San Diego?
Since she was senior in high school.
Okay.
She's grew up there, and then my grandpa was in the Navy, so he moved the family out here when she was senior in high school.
And has she always dated black dudes?
Okay, Candice.
What? Is that too?
That's not
an inappropriate question.
That's not an inappropriate question, but it's not like a conversation that I've had with my mom. Like, so mom,
you never seen photos?
What was your type?
Of like ex-boyfriends, or
was it always black? Like,
she didn't have boyfriends after
you went black once and then never went back, or is that true? Or
I mean, I would have asked. I talked to my mom. I know my mom was engaged to some dude before she married my dad.
I think my mom, I don't know what my mom's dating life was like before my father, but
after.
There's no dating life after him.
What?
Yeah, my mom hasn't. My mom's one of those ladies. She's just a full-time mom forever.
Well, I think your dad also ruined men for her, probably.
Probably.
I would like to also have him on the podcast if there's
I would like to
veto that.
I would like to ask you to spare me that embarrassment.
Well, we could have Jackie co-host that day. How weird would that be if your dad was here and just me and Jackie doing a podcast?
Well, he lives in Alabama, so you guys might have to.
We can Skype him in.
I don't know that he knows what Skype is. Also, have you been to Alabama? They're about 10 years from getting Skype.
Yeah, no, I will not go to Alabama.
But yeah, so we grew up in the country and we're around white people and Mexican people. Mm-hmm. And the black community was our house. And so I mean, we had black friends growing up, but it was just, 4 or 5 girls, this one family. And then that was like it.
Okay. So yeah, you just didn't grow up around
I didn't grow up around bunch of black people, so I don't get a lot of like.
You don't have swag.
Some people say I do have swag. I have my own kind of swag.
White people. Are your white friends telling you have swag, Mal?
No, I just think I feel like I have it.
That doesn't mean you do.
I have swag.
No.
I have swag.
You're wearing a hat with a gummy bear on it.
Nigga, you gave this to me.
Hashtag facts. I did because as everyone knows, I'm a huge fan of Albanese gummy bears.
As am I.
And that is where I got that from, the Albanese factory when we visited there as a family back in December.
Yeah.
So wait.
So back to the struggle with black people.
Yeah.
I really have thought about this. I think so. My mom raised us like on the academic side. She taught us how to read and write and all of that. And in the Asian culture, school is very important.
Of course,
so we were in the books doing schoolwork. And then, so like, this is why I talk the way I talk, is because that's how I learned.
Why you talk like that?
Yeah. Dude, I've been asked numerous times, why do you talk so white?
So
I'm like, why is white, like, why is that
we
associated with speaking correctly?
We share the same struggle.
Yeah.
We do. Because, I grew up the same way. I had darker skinned black girls pulling my hair, calling me Oreo, talking about, why are you talking like that?
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because,
And it doesn't make me want to hang out with black people anymore if that's like the overall experience. It's like,
you're not selling me on black people, guys.
Oh, I'm just going to get shit on for being the way I am? Perfect. Let me hang out with you guys more.
It's a valid point. I hope there's black people listening to this who bullied people like me and Mal when we were growing up.
So I really gravitated towards, Martin Luther King was like a big hero. I remember when I was a little kid, and my father would tell me like, hey, you can't trust any of these white people. The white man is going to hold you down. All they're going to do is this. And I just remembered,
well, Robbie's pretty cool.
I was like, well, yeah. I was like, well, Martin Luther King says don't judge people by the color of their skin.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the boy, Frederick, that was his name. This white kid we used to play with
Frederick.
in elementary school. Never forget. I was like, well, Frederick's a nice guy. And he was like, no, that's a white man right there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to kick it with him until he does something bad to me, and then I won't kick it with him.
Yeah, it sounded like your dad should have been listening to more Malcolm X than Martin Luther King Jr., at least Malcolm X in his earlier years.
Yeah.
But so your dad's influence in that aspect didn't have, so there was never a point in you where you doubted white people at all?
No.
And their intentions?
No, because I grew up around them my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how are you going to move us out here to the middle of whiteness and then tell us to not, like, our neighbors are white.
That we can't fuck with white people.
Yeah.
Right. So who were your dad's friends? Who was he hanging around? Because there was no black people. Was he just by himself all the time?
Yeah, he didn't really have a lot of friends.
Was he a conspiracy theorist as well?
Like, I've actually never thought about that. Like, who was he hanging out with?
Yeah.
Like, he had...
in the basement,
his friends were like the dad of that black family that we would hang out that I'm still friends with to this day. Like there was them and like maybe one other black dude, and that was like it. And then he would, I guess, be fake to all the people in the community.
Come home, that cracker.
Yeah.
It's like Chris Rock's joke from his, I forget what, I think it was Bigger and Blacker, or was it Bring the Pain? It may have been Bring the Pain, talking about like the most racist person is that old black dude.
Black guy, which is not even true. The most racist person is the old Asian person. Asian people.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Are low key some of the most racist people on the planet, and they don't get their due because they're quiet and they're polite, but they're racist. They hate you. Just know if you're not them, they hate you.
They're coming for you.
They hate you.
All I know is I got pushed one time in a Korean market by this she had to be 80 years old. Mm-hmm. And that's the only reason I didn't push her back. If she had been 50 or below, there would have been bows. Yeah,
Koreans are not near the top of the Asian totem pole, so that you can expect behavior like that. That was like one of the most racist things I think I've ever said out
and
loud.
I enjoyed it.
And it's on record. But I'm Japanese, so
he's half Japanese.
I'm Japanese, so I'm at the top of the Asian totem pole looking down at the rest of the Asian world. Yeah, so I just had a lot of white friends growing up. That's who was around.
So when you're talk to me about when you do stand up and you, let's say, for example, do a black room.
Mm-hmm.
What are you nervous before you get on stage because you are anticipating a negative reaction?
I used to be scared. Just because I would normally, like, I walk on stage and I talk like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just talk about my life and I talk with this voice in this cadence.
I can't believe you don't do anything to sell your blackness more. Like, you could change the way you speak. You could hump the stool. There's so many things you could come out. You could come out dancing.
I don't know how to dance.
Oh, that's right. You would blow your cover. You would blow your cover as a black man trying to be an actual
I just
black
need to
man.
start saying nigga more in my show, and maybe that'll make it better.
And you know, that's something that I have struggled with, and mainly because of the way I look. But like, I can't say that word in front of people who don't necessarily know what I am.
Right.
And even sometimes that knowing that, I still struggle saying that word. Just also because I've decided that I'm not going to say it in mixed company anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I've heard too many non-black people saying it. And then the excuse is, well, we hear it in rap music and we hear it in this. And it's basically giving them a pass, which it's not. I don't agree with that as well.
Yeah.
But since they can't get right, and they're not going to ever get right, then I feel like that is something we should, which is another topic we will discuss when we have our black meeting next month. Is who can we say this word in front of?
So at black shows, I used to be nervous.
Uh-huh.
But then Chris Spencer told me, he was like, dude, why are you scared? He was like, just
he could physically see that you were scared?
Yeah. I was pacing backstage at the Comedy Store one time.
Aww.
I was doing Tripping on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, dude, you're funny. That's why I put you on the show.
Yeah.
He goes, just do the comedy the way you do it and bring it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Or he said, bring them to you. You don't have to go and be what they want you to be. And I was like, oh. And ever since he told me that, that's just my mind hack on how to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And really all I have to do now on every black shows, I go, this is my voice and this is how I talk. And it just releases all this tension out that they laugh at it.
Like, we were wondering when you were going to address that.
Yeah. And and then I just go about business as usual. And so does the crowd.
Usually.
Yeah. They just stare at me. He wasn't funny.
Black crowds are notorious for being very difficult to perform in.
Boo!
Yeah, because they
Stop making me think, nigga. Why is that lady shouting like that?
That was a woman?
Yeah, that was an old lady.
And I want to know where that came from. It had to have something. I don't know. And I was going to spitball and say, did Def Comedy Jam, like the environment that they created on that show, because it was so popular, is that what kind of set the tone for how black shows? But even then, the Apollo.
Yeah, that's
remember, because they would boo.
And they're allowed to boo. And they're encouraged to boo.
I think that may have been what started it.
Yeah. But if you look at it, like Chris Rock does comedy the way he wants to do it, and they respect it. I'm saying they.
And you wonder why black people don't embrace you. Those people, they accept it when Chris Rock performs.
Yeah, Chris Rock, performs stand-up the way he wants to do it intellectually.
He's Chris Rock, though.
Yeah, but
you can't compare.
There's a lane for intellectual comedy, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely, but
it doesn't all have to be high energy dancing and fucking the stool.
You're absolutely right. And
black people do this, white people do this.
I've been saying this for years, and I have issues with a lot of platforms that are showing black content, and that's the only form of black content that they continue to perpetuate, which is, again, you can have that. There is a space for that.
Right.
But there are also other spaces. Like when I watched old Def Jam from the 90s, and then I watched the new Def Jam now that they're airing on HBO, to me, it's like there was no evolution in black comedy. It's like we're still have we not grown as a people at all? And why are we scared to think that black people will not embrace a smarter type of comedy?
Right.
Or different
I think that's been branded. That's black comedy.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I see why you don't want to be black.
I didn't say that. What are you putting words in my mouth? I didn't say I didn't want to be black.
Mal, you came on this show and you said, I don't like black people.
Wait, what?
I don't like people knowing that I'm black.
No, wait. That's what you got from what I said?
I told you, you might leave.
I said I want black people like him.
More fucked up.
I might leave number 1 on the black people hit list.
And you said you didn't like Black Panther.
Oh my God.
Mainly because there was too many black people in it.
Oh my! I was like, when are there going to be some white heroes? When is Iron Man going to come save these black people? That's why I left disappointed. I was like, Iron Man didn't show up.
It was just too black for me. Well, they gave you, what's his name, the Winter Soldier at the end. Did you stay and watch the scenes at the end?
I stayed and watched it. I thought the first hidden scene, well, I can't say anything.
Oh, that's right. Don't spoil. Don't spoil.
So yeah, that's my, and then I'm vegetarian too, so I don't eat chicken. And then that's another thing, chicken or ribs.
Same. You ain't black.
Yeah.
You know what I've
Get down on these ribs right here. That'll show me you're black.
You know what you can do is buy vegan ribs. They sell them at Astro Burger. You can get a vegan rib sandwich and just take that to barbecues and black people won't know.
Real people eating ribs will know.
How come there's no bones?
Hey, why are you eating the bones, Dad?
Did you just get a McRib? Yeah, just tell them it's a McRib. And they'll be like, oh, you got some more?
Oh, you're still hungry? Here, have some of these ribs. No, I just saw you eating ribs. No, man, I'm actually all full on ribs. Yeah.
Off that 4-inch square of fake meat.
How'd you get that rib to be an exact square?
Oh, that's not important, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's another struggle, being vegetarian
and black.
And black.
Yeah.
But being vegetarian as an American is like a struggle.
In general.
When you leave California.
Yeah. If you're in New York, if you're in any of the big cities, you're fine. Except even, I don't know about what Atlanta's vegetarian vegan game is. I don't know. But I feel like because it is mostly black that it is not strong.
It's not on point.
It's not strong. But in most, like San Francisco, you're fine.
Yeah.
LA and New York.
Wherever the gay people are safe, you're fine to be vegetarian.
Fine to eat however healthy you want.
You want to be.
Yeah, no. I've always wondered with black people, like, and I like want to work on this on stage a little bit, but like, why are black people the only people that make you prove your race?
Yeah.
Like we're the only, like if you say I'm black, no, you're not. Prove it.
Yeah.
And it's never with anything that matters. Like it's never like, oh, you so black, what was Frederick Douglass's role in the abolition of slavery? It's always like a movie reference. It's always like, oh, you so black, name the 5 heartbeats.
Yeah.
Like it's never like anything that matters. And
it's never a question that I can answer.
No. Mal's like, I've never seen the 5 heartbeats. Yeah.
Name the 3 members of Destiny's Child. Weren't there 4?
Well, Ed, you actually are correct because in the beginning, there were 4.
I know.
Now, it'll prove how really black you are. So there was 4 in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Can you name the 2 that were ejected from the original Destiny's Child? This is how woke Mal is.
It's not Michelle and not Kelly.
Yes, that is technically correct. But I want to know the names of the 2 that were ejected.
I don't know those girls.
Latoya and Latavia.
Latoya Jackson?
Yes, she was in the original Destiny's Child. Okay. No, I don't know. Latoya Luckett, that's her name. Because she actually still sings to this day. Like she has a solo career. Latavia is the one I don't know. She does.
Sure she does.
I don't know if it's good, but I just heard a song on the radio the other day. Latavia, on the other hand, she was the thicker one.
Lativia, right?
I thought it was Latavia.
No, I thought it sounds like a medicine.
Oh, you're talking about Nivea. The other R&B singer who sang some songs. Who's also named after a lotion brand.
A lotion, yeah.
That has been caught in the media whirlwind of not liking black people because they have promoted some of their advertising for Nivea products has been like whitening, like white is better type.
I thought that was Dove.
Oh, they've been caught up in it too.
Oh.
But not them, I don't think recently, but Nivea. And actually Nivea is off. They've gone a little bit too far. They had one ad where they had a black dude holding, it was like a well-groomed black dude, like in a suit or something like that. And he was like on a basketball court and he had the head of it was his head in his hand, like holding it like a basketball, but it was like a more disheveled with uncombed hair. And then it said, civilize yourself.
For real?
I'm dead serious. Look this up. I'm dead serious. Look up Nivea.
Civilize yourself.
Or re-civilize yourself. Something like that. And yeah, it was terrible. I was like, you white people are wilding out. There was nobody there to tell you this was not.
They were just trying to help that black guy get re-civilized, though. If you could see like, Candice's face right now, what is?
I don't see what's wrong with it.
What is that? What I sound like to
you? Excuse me, everybody. I don't see what's wrong with it.
Wow.
Mal, would you have gone to see Black Panther with your white girlfriend? Go.
Yeah, why not?
Damn it.
My white girlfriend went and saw Black Panther
before
me with the Black culture group at her work.
They have a Black culture group?
Like she works at a giant company. And so within the company, they have like.
It sounds segregated to me.
No, but it's like culture clubs within the thing. Cause it's like a big international type company. So they'll have like Indian club. They have like Latino club, Spanish, like all these. And so they have work funded events where they go and do like Spanish, whatever. And it's like, team building type thing.
The Nat. Sorry.
Goldberg.
What?
It's a Nat. Anyway.
Oh, my manager.
So she went with like all the Black people from her work.
Hilarious.
Carlene also listens to.
She's probably blacker than you.
She listens to R&B music, and I'm like,
you don't get it. So you. No. Oh wait. So is that a concert you wouldn't go to?
No, I would go.
Damn it.
I would go.
You don't like Miguel?
I've seen Miguel in concert before.
And you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, well then you like some R&B music.
Yeah, but she listens to it like all nonstop. I'm like, can we listen to some like trap music or something?
Maybe you are Black.
Let's turn on some Meek Mills. Meek Mills is like one of my favorite rappers. And he is very like...
Did you say Meek Mills?
Yeah, Meek Mills.
Isn't it just Meek Mill? Do we have a fact checker over here? I'm pretty sure it's just Meek Mill.
Hey Siri. Play Meek Mills.
It's Mill.
It's just Mill.
Yeah. Okay. It's Meek Mill. Also, to be fair, Meek Mill's in your find Meek Mill's in your music. To be fair, adding S's onto words is a very Black thing to do.
See, I've been trying to be blacker.
But if you really wanted to prove it, you could have said Meek Mills's.
Oh,
that would have been acceptable.
Okay,
cool. It's either Meek Mill or Meek Mills's, but Meek Mills, he don't exist.
Okay, Jay's Aziz's.
Jesus Diseases
is one of my favorite rappers as well.
My favorite show is Games of Thrones. You know I love his exes.
Meek Mill. I'm sorry. I apologize to the Black audience.
Oh, and Mal loses 5 more Black points. I think you've lost a total of 45 since you walked into the studio today.
Well, good thing I'll be co-hosting, so there'll be plenty more for me to lose.
Yeah, you're not going to gain.
No,
I don't see how that's. I don't think you've ever gained since I've known you. I'm trying to think.
Candice and I have Black battles all the time. Like Candice got mad because I like pumpkin pie and I don't do sweet potato pie.
Okay, first
Yam
of all,
pie. What is it? Baked potato pie. What do Black people do?
How dare you?
Pecan pie.
Black people love pecan pie.
Yeah, I know. Yam pie, though, right?
No. You sound really stupid right now. I just want you to know that. You sound so stupid. Idiot. Just disrespectful.
Oh, what's wrong with liking pumpkin pie?
First of all, we had a pie off on our vlog.
We did.
And you voted for
pumpkin.
No, you said the sweet potato. Oh, there's a gnat. You said the sweet potato was your favorite one. And I would like to point out that that wasn't even a good sweet potato pie. And you still chose it over the pumpkin pie. We did a blind taste test. And everybody chose sweet potato pie. And that wasn't even a good one.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
So I'm just saying.
I'm pretty black, you guys. If you've learned anything from the last 45 minutes.
But to be fair, people confuse yams. This is the learning portion of our podcast. People confuse yams and sweet potatoes because sweet potatoes are actually not orange.
No, they're yellow.
They're like a yellowish, opaque-ish, whitish color.
And yams are just some
orange.
sweet butt cheeks.
Yeah, I mean, you do call them yams. Okay, you gained 1 black point for knowing that reference.
Yams.
For knowing that reference. I feel like we're going to have to do black immersion with you. I did this on my last podcast with Brenda, who is a white person, but I feel like you could also benefit from it. So we'll learn things like the 2 original members of Destiny's Child, their names again, and then you'll learn the ones that replaced them. And
Kelly Rowland.
No,
Michelle
Kelly was
Williams.
there from the beginning. Kelly was always there.
Gotcha. Beyonce.
Then, yes. And then they took out Latoya and Latavia, and they replaced with 2 other chicks.
Nutella.
One of them, I forget.
And who else?
Nutella and Visage. What?
Oh, Nutella, you're going to sing lead on this next song right here, girl. Oh, why is her voice so hazelnut?
I don't even know what that means.
Isn't Nutella made out of hazelnuts?
It is, but I don't know how someone's voice sounds hazelnutty.
I was just going on the same
I know where
thing.
it was going, but
I was staying in the pocket on the Nutella jokes.
That was out of pocket.
Okay.
Mel, we don't have any more time to discuss any more of your struggles.
All right. Well, I guess that'll be it. I struggle with blackness, carbs, and self-doubt, everybody.
Carbs,
but we
that's
didn't get
one.
to carbs or self-doubt.
I mean,
so
you're going to be co-hosting with
me.
me now, so I feel like there'll be plenty of time to talk about that stuff.
And to be honest, I do not struggle with my blackness. I love black culture, and I love that I'm black. I just wish that the culture would embrace me more because not all black is the same.
I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
Pull up in the roof with my ceiling missing.
Is that what? Is that the lyrics?
I think it's pull up in my whip with a ceiling missing.
I was going to say the roof and the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, see, you get 2 more. We'll have to fact check those lyrics.
I listen to rap music. Clearly, what do you think I walk on stage to? Country music? No.
Well, that would be just a death wish.
I do walk up on stage to country music in certain markets.
We know what those markets are.
It's just smart.
It's safer for me to do that when I perform in Texas.
I like walking out. I like walking out to country songs though, and just doing a bait and switch on the whole audience because they're like, "Here comes a white comic for sure," and then I walk out,
and then you walk out, and they're like,
"Sup, motherfuckers!" That's the blackest thing I'll say in my entire show.
Mel, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me. Everybody follow me on Instagram at Mal Hall.
I was going to introduce that.
Oh.
But, do you want to plug any shows that are upcoming or?
Just malhall.com. I'm headlining the Brea Improv, Ontario Improv, and Oxnard Levity Live coming up in the next few weeks or whenever this comes out. Just malhall.com has all those dates.
This is going to drop next week.
Okay. March 13th, Ontario Improv. Come see me do a full hour show. The blackest comedy you've ever heard. Candice might be there. Do you want to do it?
Really? What day? When is this?
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we can discuss this. Yeah. You guys, thanks for listening to The Struggle with Candice Thompson and my new co-host, Mal Hall. You can find me at Jokes by Candice on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. I don't be snapping. And CandiceThompsonComedy.com for dates.
Why not just jokesbycandice.com?
I think I tried to do that at one point.
You need to talk to GoDaddy.
I did have a GoDaddy. Okay, this is stuff we can talk about that our listeners don't have to listen to. Anyway, you guys, thanks for listening, tuning in to The Struggle. Bye.
Bye.